Locals have been living in fear within a remote village called Loreto of Alto Nanay, Peru due to terrifying encounters with 7-foot-tall armored aliens that bear a striking resemblance to the Green Goblin from Spider-Man. These unsettling incidents have been unfolding since July 11, 2023, and have left communities on edge. One particularly harrowing incident, as seen in the vision on screen, involved an elderly lady attacked by the unknown entities as she was walking home at night. She received a cut across her face. Another distressing account comes from a mother who claimed that her 15-year-old daughter was subjected to an electric shock by these mysterious humanoid entities. During the attack, the entities repeatedly vanished and reappeared, ultimately ascending into the sky. The daughter was left in an unresponsive state with a cut to her neck and has struggled to discuss the incident since. Similar such acts have happened in Brazil in 2016. A Brazilian male shot more than 20 shotgun bullets against an unknown phenomenon that descended at his village in the Brazilian state of Acre. The unidentified flying machine then hit him with just one light beam that left him unconscious. Witnesses describe the aliens in Loreto as being encased in protective armor, sporting peculiar round shoes with a distinctive red light on the heel. These beings exhibit an uncanny ability to hover above the ground and quickly take flight when confronted with gunfire. Alto Nanay is situated in a rural district, a grueling 10-hour river journey away from the nearest city, Iquitos. Fearing for their safety, local residents urgently requested military presence from the authorities. In response, the police and Navy have deployed forces to the area, but community members continue to organize night patrols to protect themselves from these menacing beings. Community leader Jairo Retegui Avila shared his unnerving experiences, stating,
"The situation we are experiencing in the community of San Antonio is really very worrying because it's almost 3 weeks that there's fear, uncertainty, a huge concern in the population. Because we are suffering those attacks from those strange beings that we often do not know precisely who they are. We only know they walk, they often don't touch the ground. There were shots, they have been shot at, but without any result, they don't do anything to those gentlemen. They will be important, so the whole population as a whole asks for much support. But right, to the national police, to the army, that's going to reinforce this of what the villagers do at night. That's right, friends, at night, the town of San Antonio becomes a horror, a real horror, because you can't be at ease knowing they're going to kill you."
He further described the aliens' appearance, mentioning that their color is a gray-silver, their shoes are round and elevated, and they have a red light on the heel. Their elongated heads and yellowish eyes make them even more otherworldly. Curiously, some villagers have drawn parallels between these creatures and pelicaras, which translates to face peelers. The pelicara, also called the pichtaco in the Andes, is feared much in the Peruvian jungle. They have been a source of fear among the Peruvian tribes for decades. They are described as mostly males, very tall with pale skin. They are known as pelicara because they claim to remove all of the skin from your face for reasons that we are yet to understand. While this theory appears improbable, it hasn't prevented online speculators from circulating images of people with their faces peeled off on Twitter. Another conjecture is that these creatures are actually drones or illegal gold operating groups in the region, possibly linked to drug trafficking and gang violence. Retegui Avila goes on to explain,
"We can't see their faces and their bodies are floating. They use their arms for balance when flying, but they walk normally. Every time we arrive, they fly with an activation of something on the bottom of their feet. They have wheels with lights."
The ongoing fear has compelled villagers to establish their own community patrols in an effort to safeguard themselves. Disturbing images reveal community members with bandaged heads, presumably from encounters with these menacing entities. Given the remote location of Loreto, it takes more than 10 hours to reach the village by riverboat. Authorities have enlisted the assistance of the Peruvian National Police and the Army to investigate these perplexing sightings, but the remote nature of the region has made the situation even more challenging to address. In the absence of concrete evidence, the nature of these creatures remains shrouded in mystery. However, the sheer volume of reported encounters suggests that something unusual is occurring in Loreto. Whether these beings are indeed aliens, advanced drones, or something else entirely, the residents of Loreto find themselves living in constant fear, desperately seeking answers. When considering historical accounts of alien sightings such as the Roswell incident and the Belgium wave, it becomes evident that there is often a connection between such reports and military involvement. It is not inconceivable that the silver-clad beings menacing local villagers could be part of a larger and more complex narrative. As the phenomenon of UFO sightings continues to capture the public's imagination, we can anticipate the emergence of more perplexing stories on the horizon.
¿Ustedes han arrestado a alguna de ellas? ¿Les han disparado? ¿Han hecho alguna cosa?
Nosotros íbamos a tratar de querer capturar, pero no se puede porque son personas blindadas. Disparamos a uno, no le hacemos nada. Le rodeamos la comunidad, sale a agarrarle, ellos parece que vuelan al espacio nuevamente.